Show yourself, creature.
Do you not recognize me, brother? Am I so changed?
Melchiah?
Yes, brother. You should have stayed where the Master sent you, Raziel. You will find Nosgoth less pleasant than you remember.
What has become of my clan? Answer me, little brother, or I will beat an answer from your horrid lips.
Everyone is afraid, sibling. You awake to a world of fear. These times of change are so unsettling. Do you think I feel no revulsion for this form? Do you believe for a moment that our Lord would risk his empire upon an upstart inheritance?
Enough riddles. What are you saying?
You are the last to die.
Hey man, what's up? Nice. What kind of pasta?
Tell me, Melchiah, where can I find Kain?
The Master is beyond your reach, Raziel. He makes himself known when he sees fit, not when commanded.
Am I reduced to this? A ghoul? A fratricide?
Elevated, Raziel, not reduced. Consuming Melchiah's soul has endowed you with a new gift. Insubstantial barriers such as these are no impediment to you.
Fancy. That actually sounds good.
Will yourself to pass through, and you shall.
Are you seasoning it with anything good? Now I should be able to go through things like Alucard. But pretty sure I have to be in the ethereal realm. crazy how fast I got through this now that I know what I'm doing. Yesterday's stream was a trial. But I figured it all out and I came back and did everything really quick this time. Yeah. That second save pretty much is the same amount of progress. It's just a longer game because I had to figure out everything. Now, unfortunately, I don't have a really cool Castlevania Symphony of the Night styled map, so I don't remember where all the gates are I couldn't go through before. Oh yeah, I need to get back into this real world. Now I can interact with objects again. Does this work still? Nope. No, we don't want to go down. We want to continue to go upwards. Fancy. I love basil. I love the basil noodles at the Thai restaurant. They're always really good. No vampires allowed. Didn't you get the memo? I bet you got it now. It's a very fancy spike. Looks like a giant dart. Oh man, this rain is gonna make me need to go pee. Hey Legend, how are you doing?
Beware, however, this hollow derelict is abandoned, but not uninhabited.
Can you point me to the way? Because I'm not familiar with this make-believe world. Actually, yeah, there's gates under there. I don't know if I can walk through the fancy gates, though. Oh, there's only one way to find out. Oh no, by flesh form. These things remind me of those little guys from the Phantasm movies, if you ever saw those. They're really surreal. They're kind of old, and the sequels are even more obscure. Sadly, I have all 5 of them on Blu-ray because I'm a nerd. Oh, I forgot, you're transparent. You're the one that I need to kill still. Come on, you little butt goblin. They're just having the time of their lives. And I am tired of looking at their rear ends. Hence the name I gave them. Dude, everybody's posting and streaming online right now. My phone keeps going off. Picked the wrong time to stream. Also feel bad, not that I get like a ton of views, but like if I know somebody's streaming, I don't want to take away from their stuff. I don't think we can. I know we can't climb, but we can't jump that either. If I just jump in there, I'm gonna dissolve. I gotta see if I can get through those fancy gates. He does. You think he'd be better at swimming? Gotta try to go through those Art Nouveau gates. Always kind of like the Art Nouveau style that like tries to go back to nature. That's where you see like a lot of spiral staircases and stuff, especially from like things that are built around the 20s when that was probably the most popular style. Can we go through these ones? Probably not, right? Oh, we can. Well, I'll be. We resurrecting like some sort of monster here? I don't even want to be part of this. Just the like emblem of a brain. Yeah, this seems safe. Okay, clearly I need to present something. What is that thing I need to present? Do I need to give you a brain or something? Okay, and I can't interact with these. Oh, I can. Okay. I see it's making a symbol. That looks like the things for the never-ending story, just like one of them. I think they were harpies, little harpy statues. I remember as a kid that scene scared me. Is this like a free pass so I don't have to wait in line? What is this? I don't even know what it does, but it seems to be a big deal.
Once acquired, these glyphs empower you with elemental lore. Each spell exacts a sacrifice of energy, however. Use them sparingly and wisely.
Slowly unlocking abilities. That's cool. What does this do? You have to be in the ethereal realm. That's weird. I'm guessing the water still hurts. I believe there's another fancy gate here. Yes, fancy gate is the proper term. Please stop focusing on their booties. I know you're proud of your render. Like a trail of hair. They're probably rotten. Not a good look. Do I just walk into that? Do I absorb it? Okay, he just absorbs the glitter and essence. We got it.
These artifacts enhance your stamina, enabling you to prolong your material manifestation. Gather 5 to complete the emblem, and thereby augment your strength.
5? That's quite a bit. Considering this is 2 hours in, and I've only collected one so far. Can't pick up anything until I'm in the real world. I'm also underwater, so that wouldn't be good. Yeah, good old-fashioned games. Okay, how do we get the hell out of here? Please, look at me. I don't want to see your ass the whole time. Hey, Great Beyond, what's up? They are just so proud of those creatures' booties. They're always zooming into them. Like, if you ever saw the Phantasm movies, they look like those creatures that kind of have hoods like Jawas. They look like them, like, after you see them without their hoods on. Alright. Yeah, it's like a weird, surreal movie. It's from, like, the late 70s. Like, these kids discover, like, this tall man, and he's, like, taking the bodies and crushing them and turning them into these little minions. And it's very dreamlike, so you never know what's real or not. There's, like, 5 of them. And I think they're, like, from a different dimension or something. It's like really weird, and they have like those little silver spears that kill people, like blades and stuff come out of them, and they float in the air. Okay, this is where I just was getting the crap over there. The main protagonist in Phantasm is like an ice cream man. And he has like that 4-barrel shotgun that I feel like I've seen in video games. Oh yeah, we gotta go into this world to be able to interact with shit. It won't kill you, but it'll hurt like hell. Okay, we've already been here. I don't think there's any gates I can go through here. I got through all the stuff I was stuck on fast last time, and now I'm going slow again because I don't know where to go next because I got to find a gate I got to go through. I have to backtrack somewhat. I missed the days of strategy guides where I could just have a gigantic map I could follow. Was it still good? Sometimes when you watch something over again, your opinion changes. That's the only reason why I asked. When I say yours, I mean generally, like with anyone. Yeah, I need to check it out. I've been playing games too late, so by the time I stop, I need to go to bed. I haven't watched a lot of movies lately. You don't have to beat up the door, just open it. Thank you. Good. I was hoping there was something nearby. I'm gonna offend you by absorbing the soul. In front of you, before I take yours, assuming it can get around this platform, is struggling. That was a fancy move. Yeah, if you've seen it several times, I guess the gags are no longer shocking. Kind of expect them. It seems like it's a movie that has layers upon layers of jokes. So I'm guessing it has some rewatchability, because you might pick up on stuff you didn't pick up on other times. Like door has like a higher quality texture than a lot of the stuff in the entire game. I wonder what it looked like originally. Yeah, they probably didn't have much to work with there. I'm just looking for gated doors. I don't think any of the shit's over here. I need to get a video guide like Ben has for the Tomb Raider games. Just so I know where to go. Before this port, I probably haven't played this game in like 25 years. It makes me feel so old. Like, because in my memory, it wasn't that long ago. But then when I do the math, it's just straight up depressing. What? You survived? That's a dirty trick. Now I'm back here. Wonder if Raziel has a soul chest like Freddy does in the Nightmare on Elm Street 3 and 4. With all those faces on his chest crying. Yeah, I love the Nightmare on Elm Street movies. I usually watch them once every year. At least 1 through 4. Yeah, Dream Warriors was the first one that had that soul chest too. There's like that one face, you could see drool coming out of it. I don't believe in fairy chants. He's like, it's a chair for you, kid. Like, when you wake up, it's back in the saddle again. That's probably the most quotable line. Sure, I'll get the sparkly power. I don't even know what it does. Oh, he's clear. I can just absorb him. I wish they would make like a contemporary Nightmare on Elm Street movie. It would work for the survival horror. I know they have that multiplayer game that has Freddy as a guest character, but that's not the same. Yeah, I did too. I don't understand the hate for it. I mean, yeah, it wasn't Robert Englund, but I feel like it did enough original stuff to be its own thing. They didn't follow it exactly, which a lot of remakes do, and not as well. They kind of did their own thing with it. And I liked Freddy being like less silly in that one too. I think it suited the character more. Yeah, it was. I felt like it returned Nightmare on Elm Street more to its horror roots. And I was kind of bummed they didn't continue with it. But I know a lot of purists will be like, there's no Robert Englund. We all know. But I mean, he's not going to live forever. I guess I don't have enough stuff for that. Or maybe I have to be in the real world. I don't understand how all this crazy vampire stuff works. Still not sure what that did. This game's like, you'll figure it out. Yeah, I think it's more about like the physicality of that role. But I could totally see them like, maybe he could like do the motion capture and voice and they could somehow do it with CGI because it's getting so good now. Combined with like the actor, I think they could pull off something cool. And that wouldn't require, I guess, as much physicality from him. 'Cause he's like almost 80 now. And he said he'd be willing to do it if it was like a motion capture role. He actually thought about him himself. I guess people have asked him about it. But that would be really cool for like a video game. Kind of like, I think it would work really well if he ever did a game, if it was like those movie-like games like The Quarry and stuff like that that have multiple endings. I think that format would work well with The Nightmare on Elm Street. Yeah. No, unless he was doing like a high pitch roll or something. Yeah. The only problem with the Ghostbusters game is you could tell they weren't voice actors, so some of the lines were delivered flat. Because I guess voice acting is different than actual acting. Yeah. I just think the Freddy makeup and everything's probably like a lot to ask of somebody who's like almost 80. I'm sure it's exhausting. You like see like behind the scenes footage from the old movies and he just looks depressed and worn out with that makeup on. Freddy was such a weird thing because he almost became like an icon for children with all the merchandise and stuff they sold. He had his own TV show on TV. I don't think I've ever seen any other horror mascot or antagonist get celebrated like that. I wish I knew the general direction they wanted me to go to. No. Hold on, I need to use the restroom. Alright, I'm back. Please don't clap all at once. I don't know. I think he might be at other people's streams every once in a while. Ben kind of hovers. Where is this effing entrance I need to find? Yes, that one. Thank you. Those are some very impressive tombstones. I was about to say, where's that light coming from? Can we actually go through this? No, in my luck, there's probably going to just be an entrance over here. Looks like there was. Is there anything good over here? Why did I waste my time exploring? Cool, I guess. I have no idea what that does, but awesome. Hey, kitty cat, what's up? That is weird. Considering people make a shitload of money as streaming GTA all the time. I think that's an error. That doesn't make sense. Is there another switch? And I can't move this. Well, that's cool, I guess. I just don't understand why they would flag that for violence like that. When I see so many other people making money on things far more violent. I swear, YouTube plays favorites. It really does. I'm not trying to sound like a small channel complaining, but I really think they do. I mean, it would make sense. I mean, that's the most profitable for them, but it sucks for people like us. Welcome back, Ben. You missed me running around in circles 35 times. Hope you don't feel left out. I need to find a Necronomicon video guide like you do have for Tomb Raider. Oh, I wasn't supposed to kill them. I was on autopilot. Let's read the messages. Yeah, I don't know. That's just really weird. Because like I said, I've seen so many much more violent stuff than Mafia 3 has ever put out that's monetized and makes money. Sounds like a door from Resident Evil. I think I had an old PlayStation magazine that covered this game. I wonder if I still have it somewhere. Yeah, we can't access those areas yet. I have a feeling it's going to be something early on. Alright, there's only one entrance I need to worry about. There's like one gated door hidden somewhere I have to find so I can walk through it. Yeah, like after a certain point, this game gets very Metroid. Okay, I've definitely been here. I think this is too far. It looks cool though. This is where the character originally died. He got thrown in there. Uh-oh. A little bit before, I think, maybe at the same time. Because I know there was a Dreamcast version of this game, but it came out after the PS1 version. But yeah, around that time. Like I said, I haven't played this game in like maybe 25 years or so. So it's like like a brand new game almost. I just vaguely remember like certain parts about it. Yeah, considering this is like the original graphics, it's not too much of a downgrade. I think this might be closer to the PlayStation 2 model from Legacy of Kain, Soul Reaver 2 that's also in this collection. But yeah, this is probably more like the Dreamcast model of the first game. There's actually going to be two different ports of Soul Reaver 2, but they ended up canceling the PlayStation 1 and Dreamcast version and just released the PlayStation 2 version, which was supposed to have like more detail, I guess, in the buildings and stuff. Dude, this guy runs so slow. It really was, but I've been spoiled by games telling you exactly where you need to go. Yeah. This came out around the time when the Tomb Raider games are really popular. This actually runs on the Gex engine, from Gex Enter the Gecko, which is kind of funny. It's kind of cool how Crystal Dynamics like modify the engine for so many different games. There was like an Afterlife game they made too around this time called Akuji the Heartless, where you were actually like in hell, and that ran on this engine. That was pretty fun. That was more of an action game than like, this one's kind of more like a maze like puzzle game, which is why I keep getting lost. I haven't memorized the layout of everything. Yeah, they did a really good job. The people that actually worked on this, the main director of this game was like the director of Uncharted 1, 2, and 3. You can kind of see some of those elements carry over, especially with the story. I'm going to save this right now. I'm going to see what part 2 looks like. I didn't even look at it in this collection. Okay, I already can see a graphical upgrade. I was curious how they would look back to back, because I played this one quite a few years after playing the first game.
At last. I must say I'm disappointed in your progress. I imagined you'd be here sooner. Tell me, did it trouble you to murder your brothers?
Did it trouble you when you ordered me into the abyss?
Eternity is relentless, Raziel. When I first stole into this chamber centuries ago, I did not find
Yeah,
the true...
I think that's why they go through alternate means of like paying with their tips and stuff like that.
To know the future, Raziel. To see its
I feel like if I ever got to that point, I would be looking into alternate options.
I could never contain such forbidden truths. But each of us is so much more than we once were. Do you not feel with all your soul how we have become like gods? As such, are we not indivisible? As long as a single one of us stands, we are legion. Our futures are predestined. Mobius foretold mine eons ago. We each play out the parts fate has written for us. Free will is an illusion.
I found the tomb of Sarafan, Kain. How
could you profane a priest by turning him into a vampire? How could I not? One must keep his friends close.
I know this one's way more complex than the original, so I need to finish the original before I even attempt to play this game seriously.
Who better to serve me than those whose passion transcends all notions of good and evil? The Sarafan was saved.
Yeah,
Defending Nazgûl.
a lot of those people got good because they put out content during the time where YouTube catered to small channels and they benefited from it. I can't imagine starting a channel from scratch now and trying to do anything.
But you know nothing of it. You think the Sarafan were noble?
Like sometimes I hear people debate on like deleting their channels and I'm like, you might as well just put that thing on hiatus because that's going to be a lot of work to build up a channel again. It's easier to resurrect a dead channel than start a new one from scratch. Yeah, the sad part about it is they used to not be.
You nearly had me, Raziel. But this is not where or how it ends. Fate promises more twists.
Like back in the day, like I feel like a lot of popular streamers had like their own little platform. They'd like use Screw Attack or whatever. YouTube was generally for smaller creators. Like that's why back in the day you could randomly just watch a whole season of TV shows on YouTube. They didn't have like all that copyright claim stuff. I guess that's why they got so serious about it, because I'm sure companies were starting to give them a hard time about it. Yeah. I'd probably find something like a tip jar if I ever started making money. But right now, I don't feel like my content is quality enough, even if I had like a huge amount of subs, to ask for any kind of money. I feel guilty about it. Yeah, they probably make more money off of it than we do, even though we're putting in the work.
Where am I? Is the usual question. In your case, when might be more apt.
Very well, you old snake. If you'd prefer I use my bare hands.
Yeah, they make too much money.
This is completely unexpected.
And their premium service is ridiculously expensive for what they give you.
Helpless and incapacitated. Strangely, it seems to have the same effect on that peculiar weapon of yours. But you
The only thing that's keeping me on YouTube, at least with gaming, is that I dislike Twitch, and I dislike how it forces the people who watch me to watch 10,000 ads before they can watch my stuff again, and it kind of pressures them into making a subscription, and I just don't like that tactic.
But you don't.
I don't want anybody to feel pressured to subscribe to me just so they don't have to watch ads.
Guardian affords me a certain level of omniscience, Raziel. No, you don't kill me. That honor belongs to your maker, Kain, some 30 years from now.
You two are a pair. You're just as fatalistic as he is.
Death comes for us all, Raziel. It's just a matter of time.
How is it that you know my name? We have never met.
On the contrary, Raziel, I know you very well. And it grieves me to see how cruelly Kain has used you.
Yeah,
I knew you.
that's a big issue. That's why people are using like third-party things to get money from.
Fortunately, you need not love me now to be my ally.
Like the streamers I know that are monetized usually don't make money through YouTube, or a significant amount. They usually have something else going on.
The days of the Sarafan have long since passed, I'm afraid. This is a
It's more money than I have.
an indecorous age. My mercenary army now inhabits this stronghold. We strive to honor the memory of the Sarafan with our own humble crusade.
Is this the vampire Vorador?
Yes.
I mean, technically, YouTube probably already has the money because they already have the sponsorships from the ads that keep playing.
He slaughtered 6 of my fellow Guardians as they cowered defenseless in this room.
And you somehow survived this massacre?
I can understand it. They just shouldn't do that.
The circle was devastated. Only we 3 were spared.
How convenient.
But greed usually takes over everything. That's good.
Naively devour every scrap of information you toss me. You have a reputation for deceit.
And who has slandered me so? Your malefactor, Kain? The one who betrayed and destroyed you? Our common enemy? Consider the source before you judge me too harshly. We'll forget about
I think this game assumes that you finish the first game, because I believe this is right when you beat the first game. There's like no time in between.
I can help you do it.
You don't want to meddle in this, old man. I know all about your sordid little schemes, but you're simply out of your depth on this one.
You underestimate me, Raziel.
It's ridiculous. And they've probably never have made this much money at any other point. It just gets more profitable for them.
Unaware that I've snatched you out of the time stream and brought you here to me. See how he lingers at the very pillars he is destined to destroy, foolishly confident that he has eluded your grasp.
The pillars are still standing in this time.
Yes, Raziel. They are the embodiment of the divine force which preserves the life of our world. We who serve the pillars maintain their delicate balance, and Kain is destined to be the fulcrum of which that balance...
That would upset me.
I believe you have already endured the wasteland wrought by his terrible, selfish decision. Kain's very existence is a cancer upon this world. As long as he lives, all of Nosgoth is in peril. You may never again be human, Raziel. But you can re-embrace the essence.
The sucky part about it is they get away with it.
Of your Sarafan heritage. Go to him,
Raziel. There's probably like something in that like terms of agreement thing that we probably clicked and didn't read fully. There's probably some loophole that they do that they can get away with it.
My soldiers will not understand your appearance here. They will try to kill you. You needn't fear them, of course. They're no match for you. Try to keep the casualties to a minimum. But do what you have to do. All great movements.
Yeah, and then you play like 1 second of like a song and they'll like give you a strike or like cancel your channel. They have enough money to pay for the license.
And noticed a second time streaming chamber. Its entrance identical to the first, but with one distinction. That crystal was significant, but how? I had not yet discovered.
Did his feet get bigger? Yeah. I just don't remember it being like that back in the day. Okay, these are the PS2 graphics. I can block now. Okay, have fun. Is he streaming right now? Sometimes Legend says hi, and by the time I say hello back, he's not here, so I never know. I want a cool sword. That decapitation was probably epic back in the day. Yeah, I noticed. It kills me some of the dumb shit I see people put out that gets millions of views too. I've seen like a guy have like several thousand like subs, and all he does is review shitty malt liquor. I was like, damn, I wish I would have known that back in the day. I'd have a huge channel. Yeah. I think it's just been so habitual now as part of my life sharing content. I just do it automatically. If I don't, I feel like I'm not doing something right. So if it ever came to the point where I had to quit YouTube, I'd probably want to find another platform to put stuff on.
Throughout the stronghold, I discovered
I'd like to also do like some non-gaming related stuff. I just have to think it out more.
This was the heritage so foully stolen from me when Kain raided my sacred crypt and defiled me.
I remember when you guys were hiding from me. What happened? I don't know why in movies, sometimes in games, they always like grab for the decapitated head like you'd have that ability. Okay, he has every ability known to man. Can you not go through? I don't feel like they polished this one as much as the first game. Some of the graphics look a little bit glitchy. feel like I need to do something over here. I can't wait till time travel gets thrown into the mix. How does that door lift up? Here we go. I think we can go through here. Yeah, they really expect you to finish the first game, because how would you even know that you would be able to do that?
Away from the influence of Mobius's cursed staff, I could feel the strength of the Soul Reaver slowly returning. If that orb was as debilitating to vampires as it was to the blade, it gave Mobius a powerful advantage over his enemies. I finally understood how Mobius's crusade could decimate the vampires so successfully. If he could immobilize his enemies, they were at his mercy. But why, I wondered, would the staff have any effect on the Reaver?
That was a new move. Did he just like pull their heart out or something? You do a Terminator and just punch through the chest? Not a very good blocking sound, but I guess it's functional. That's one way to do it. My soul chest is growing. A little face is forming on it.
As I neared the stronghold's inner sanctum, a strange sensation crept over me. An indescribable feeling of displacement, a sense of vertigo, as reality itself appeared to warp and bend around me. The disturbance seemed to emanate from the sanctuary's furthest chapel.
Hey, Mr. Wolfams, thanks.
The sense of dislocation intensified with each step. So this was the tomb of the beloved King William the Just, beatified here as the martyr and catalyst of Mobius's crusade.
Some fancy stained glass.
I was reminded of Kain's journey as a fledgling vampire. How Mobius
I hope they actually release the Kain games, like Blood Omen 1 and 2. That would be nice. So you actually get to see why Kain became who he is.
And here I discovered the source of the displacement. The Soul Reaver itself, laid out.
How are you doing today, Mr. Wolfams?
Broken. Apparently in the battle between William and Kain. I had not thought such a thing was possible. Until, of course, Kain shattered the blade against me when he tried to strike me down. Thus, the captive spirit inhabiting the Reaver was released, and binding itself to me became my symbiotic weapon. And so the Reaver met its former self, still imprisoned in this corporeal shell. I watched, mesmerized, as the
I remember that sword because it was on the cover of the box art.
the length of the physical blade, embracing its twin, its mirror self. The Reaver's long dormant spirit was now fully aroused, and for the first time,
Oh, that's a shame.
the presence of this other entity.
Hopefully they're happy with whatever they're doing now.
Changed from thousands of years of
I appreciate it, Mr. Wolfams. I'm glad you're doing well.
command, and I, now merely its helpless host,
Yeah.
my soul being leached to restore the blade. But the Reaver
Oh man, that
destroyed
sucks.
its host, and just as I neared the brink of oblivion, the blade released.
Yeah, like those cooking videos and fast food videos you do, they look like they'd be a lot of fun.
Now bound together in a
I'm just always embarrassed by like my
The Reaver
kitchen
no
and stuff.
longer merely my symbiotic weapon, but a sentient parasite
competing for
Oh, that's rough.
What have you done to me, Mobius?
What's sad is that's probably what people will remember versus like the quality content.
It was Kain who led you here, not I. While you curse me, the only soul in Nosgoth ready to guide and assist you, Kain laughs at our
Like, we all have like rough times in our lives, but it kind of sucks like the internet's forever in that respect.
The hearts of creatures far more durable than you, old man. Bound together as they are, I
couldn't imagine having some of my worst moments like recorded for like eternity.
Raziel, I beg you to stay your hand. This was none of
Yeah.
my doing. I have sought only to aid you in your righteous quest.
I mean, he must. I mean, they became successful.
Has your confidence abandoned you? You seem to have made a fatal error by leaving.
I think I might know the person you're talking about. I'm just not really good with names.
Listen to me, Raziel. You don't know what you're doing. I have taken an enormous risk by appearing here before you, so defenseless.
Yeah, I think that's about right.
To prove my good intentions.
I feel like he might have been a guest on other people's shows if I'm thinking about the right person.
You threaten me. Your true enemy eludes you.
Don't concern yourself with Kain, old man. He'll join you in hell.
Not shows, channel. I think of YouTube as shows.
Death comes for us all.
It's literally like the TV that I watch now.
The fate demands it.
I unfortunately pay for streaming services and I watch YouTube more.
The inexorable cycle of death and rebirth to which all men are compelled. We serve the same God, Raziel. To strike me down would be striking God's own attendant. And I don't believe even you would take that risk.
I tire of your games, Mobius. Now that I know you fear me, I needn't concern myself with you.
Kind of looks like the Dark Priest Shaft from Castlevania.
Go then, Raziel. Seek Kain out and destroy him in the name of the one God we both serve. You, who were once a Seraphim priest.
Hey, Legend, welcome back.
Profaned, destroyed, and reborn again from his mercy.
I'm gonna have to stop in a few minutes though, because Faye needs to go out. But I need after I make a sandwich, like I'll probably be back on when I come back.
My own vengeance is motivation enough.
By my soul,
I hate it when they dangle the carrot.
almost had me, my little blue assassin. But that'll be the one and only chance you get. I assure you of that.
I could now summon the blade.
This game sure does give a lot of trophies for just watching cutscenes.
The blade's ravenous appetite could not be contained. It devoured the souls of its victims.
Yeah,
And if I allowed it
I
to
think I
become
might go for like the tip jar approach if I ever get into it super serious.
So this was the legendary Janos Ordrin, reputed to have been the most ancient and diabolical vampire to have ever existed. According to folklore, he lived high in the cliffs of Nosgoth's northern mountains and preyed mercilessly on the defenses.
This game has a lot of lore.
His reign of terror ended when the Sarathan finally hunted him down and tore his throbbing heart from his still living body.
I wish they had the third game on here where you get to play as Kain and Raziel.
And was supposedly imbued with the power to restore vampiric unlife.
I'm sure they're probably just remastering that on its own,
Carefully, lest
since that was a fairly large PS2 game,
I wondered
and it was later in the life cycle.
truly have been as monstrous as depicted here, or was this merely artistic license by the Sarathan, who sought to lionize themselves by demonizing their darkest enemy?
Yeah. Except Raziel's brothers are all deformed from mutations. I like how when I go to places, it'll have a Ninja Turtle hand icon, because that's what my hands are shaped like. Or Goro from Mortal Kombat, just like 2 fingers and a thumb. the sound that thing makes is kind of cool. Can you grab these?
Strange how my history came full circle. This chapel, I realized, was
Yeah, they didn't change too much with the PlayStation 2 version graphics either. I guess they did a good job originally.
then so cruelly profane.
The fact that it's 2025 and the old style holds up well.
Corpses. For the first time, I beheld the image of my Seraphan self, memorialized here among my fallen
Yeah.
comrades.
I guess on another way you can look at it is like you meet a lot of cool people through the process,
Vile
but it would suck if it was like your only source of income,
found sense
or like maybe like the only hobby you care about or whatever. I'm sure that's really devastating.
overwhelming, I could barely contain it.
I would play them in order. Like, this game expects you to know what all the powers do from the first game. I need to finish the first game first, but I just was curious to see what this looked like because I didn't play it that much back in the day, and I hadn't tried it since I bought this collection. It does seem like there's a focus more in action though. I just did that Terminator punch. I just punch through the chest if I have to sometimes. Yeah. I think it would have been a lot better if they made some sort of map for this game. If they don't overdo it with the garlic, it'll be good. Their wings are fairly decent. I used to get the Chipotle ones. I haven't had Papa John's in ages, though. I feel like this universe is more realized on this game with a little bit of extra detail. Yeah, garlic might be really good or really overpowering. You just never know with garlic stuff. There's a place called Anna's Pizza. It's not like a huge chain. It's like a local mom and pop place. They're like these people from Brooklyn. I just love their New York style pizza. It's fairly affordable, and it's like 17 inches in like diameter, so it's a fairly large pizza, but it's like the flatter kind. Some people don't like New York style, but it's like the kind you could literally fold if you wanted to and eat it like a taco. Yeah. They have good spaghetti there too, and subs. You know it's a good place when they're yelling at each other in the back in Italian. But every time I go there, like, it's like a family place. There's like, how's your mother? How's she's doing? She doing all right? I'll be like, yeah, all right, that's good, sweetie. Nice seeing you again. It'll be like 20 years later, and she'll still know who I am, even though she hadn't seen me since I was a kid. Yeah, they are. Yeah, I love the small pizza places and like the family like atmosphere. It's a sit down place. That's how Anna's is. Like, if I'm in my old neighborhood and I have some extra money, I usually stop and pick up a pizza there. Yeah. And like, I really like how they remember you, ask about your family. It just has like that that Cheers like atmosphere where everybody knows your name. I'm just expecting Ted Danson to come in and take my order. But an Italian version of Ted Danson.
I emerged, and for the first time beheld Nosgoth in its former glory.
They are.
The land over.
It's like the only place in that shopping center that's like flourishing too, which is good. It always makes me happy because that means they'll stay in business. But they bought out the store beside it and made like that whole store like another sit-down area.
This was the fragile world Kain sacrificed to preserve his own petty life and ambition.
But I know people who don't like those kind of places and will just like swear by Pizza Hut and other chains. And I'm just like, why?
If Kain truly waited to
It's just like somebody preferring like McDonald's over like a good burger. Yeah, I feel like pizza might be a universal thing. Maybe it's made different depending on where you get it from, though. It's even different from state to state. What happens if I jump in this ocean? I guess there's only one way to find out. Is there somewhere underneath here? He can swim now? Yeah. This game seems huge compared to the first one. I can see why they canceled the PlayStation version. I do not think the PlayStation could handle levels this large. Even if they, like, made the detail more simple. It says hold L2 and press X and jump out of water, but okay, holding L2. Maybe it's because I have this weapon. No, you just gotta do it fast. Got it. Come on, little Raziel, you can do it.
A wisp of the Reaver's energy was drawn to the ring, illuminating it. This created a beacon of sorts in the spirit world.
I really like the character's narration, how he's talking about it, almost like you're reading a book. When he's like explaining the world to you as like he's discovering it. So you kind of can relate to the character because he's like seeing all this for the first time. Okay, this is the awkward part where I have to abruptly stop to take the dog out. Thank you so much, everybody who watched. I probably won't be long. I don't know if you just heard the dog make a sound when I said I gotta take her out. It's kind of funny. But yeah, I'm gonna walk the dog, eat a sandwich, and then I'll probably be back on. I don't know what I'm gonna play though, but if I don't see any of you later, I hope you all have a good rest of your day / night, whatever time it is. Thank you so much for watching, and hopefully I'll see you on the next one. Take care. Bye.